So I subscribe to a channel on YouTube called Starting Strength. And it is a wonderful channel about lifting weights, getting stronger, and kind of following some fundamentals of how to be successful in your strength training program. And one of the things the founder of Starting Strength, Mark Ripito, says a lot is that complexity is for stupid people. And I can't help but to think how that has a lifelong application to a lot of things, but especially in the context of what we do in insurance sales. And here's what I mean. There is a real push out there in the insurance world to make this business more complex than it seems. That you have to have some kind of magical sales and marketing system that's different than everything else, that makes winners out of losers, that you have to have some kind of newfangled lead system or some sort of secret awesome carrier that's going to make all the difference. And it's just not the case. The fundamentals apply in all walks of life, and insurance sales is no different. And many times the simplicity of the fundamentals is so profound that it makes it complex. So, kind of part and parcel, one of the things I did early on in my career is that I failed the insurance business. If you haven't heard yet, I, about the 12th month mark, failed out, gone broke, didn't have any money. I had to get a job. I was just out of money. And the biggest reason of my failure is because I tried to make this stupid, simple business of final expense complex. If you're not familiar with final expense, we use a direct mail lead system. We used to as our primary core. We do Facebook leads and stuff now. And the direct mail system is very simple. It's very vanilla, cut and dry. You go buy leads, you go see the people, and you sell them. And a lot of them are going to tell you no, but enough of them are going to tell you yes, that this is a profitable business. But what will happen, like in any performance-based activity, is that you kind of just get worn out by it, right? I mean, you run leads, and you get to a point where you don't have a perfect run, and you don't make a lot of sales. We all have this. This is straight performance. It's supposed to be like this. We have undulations in life. But the real difficulty is when you start to think that there's a different way or there's a better way, and that if you change things, you can come up with this uncovered system that nobody's ever thought of before. And you can kind of upend this typical, I got to deal with people who don't want to buy and waste my time thing, which we have to accept the bad with the good, is a big lesson in my life. And so I went down this path thinking that I was different from every other agent out there. And what I found is that the results were worse. They weren't better. And it distracted me from what I needed to focus on, which was my total investment and commitment to the simplistic nature of lead generation and running appointments using a basic lead system. And ultimately, in part, not completely, but in part, it cost me temporarily my career. But I can't help to think about how many agents have deviated away from the fundamentals, simple as we discuss endlessly on this channel, and have found themselves failing out time and again. And it's one thing I'll tell agents too. I get this a lot. It's funny, and even in jiu-jitsu, same kind of stuff applies there too. My instructor will say, here's how we do a particular submission, sweep, or escape, and he'll show the basics. Then the agent wants, or the participant wants to question it, somebody who doesn't accept the fundamentals, and he'll try to correct them. But if you won't correct them, he'll say, okay, whatever, good luck with that. And some lessons can't be taught. And I think a lot of people in this business, in the insurance business, are guilty of that, me included. And if there's one thing, especially you newer agents out there can take away from this, is that, it's funny to think about it, but everything really has been tried in at least in my purview of the final expense, senior market type of business model. There's nothing out there that's cutting edge or that's been not unearthed already, or at least attempted. And when you look at this business model and you see that probably 90% plus of the, let's say, final expense or the Medicare business is all generated by one-on-one appointments using boring leads on a basic lead generation model to a first-hand presentation, face-to-face or over the phone, and the sale occurs then, versus some sort of elaborate webinar system or automated cycle or preset appointments. When you realize that, if you have humility, you have to accept, like, maybe I should do the same thing. Further, one of the things I learned too is that maybe just maybe I don't have the right to question what has been proven to work. After all, the people that recruit me, just like I recruit agents in my agency, I want them to follow my system, not for any ego-driven reasons, it's because it works. It makes you money, makes me money, it works. That's all that matters. So guys, don't make this business any more complex than it is. And it is pretty simple. What if we break it down, what is this business about? It's about having people to see. It's about having a system, a sales and marketing system to operate with support, and then the activity you have to provide to put into it to run enough appointments, following the system that you've been given as far as how to sell your appointments, to then convert what you can as much as you can. It really isn't any more complex than that. And trust me, that's complex enough. So don't make this business any harder. My name is David Duford. Hope you enjoyed this training. If you want to check out more about how my agency works, I got links above and below that'll take you to an FAQ site where you can learn more about how working with me is like. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, leave comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on complexity versus simplicity. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.